no moral victories, but this team has struggled in the third quarter. You guys came out tonight. They punched you. You guys punched back. And last game of a 10-day trip, and you guys put it together your best performance maybe against the best team. Do you walk away from this one feeling like progress was made, regardless of kind of the result and where the record stands?
Definitely. I think we're moving in the right direction. Taking a little bit of time. We got a lot of young guys. Everybody's learning and everybody's getting better, progressing and moving. So yeah, no, it was definitely progress. Like you said, in the third quarter we came out, we did what we were supposed to. Get back in the game. And, we was right there, you know, just a couple of minutes after the fourth quarter. Thank you.
Jeremy, when you look at K, I think tonight was close to his 20th game. Obviously, he's in that third quarter run out of the past 12 points. What are you saying from him as far as just like being able to kind of sense what the moment needs and then try to live up to it?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting better every game. Getting more experience. He's learning picking spots and when to be aggressive and when to move the ball and things like that. So I mean, it's great for him. He's getting better every game.
For Sadiq, that's somebody that's never shot poorly his whole life until now, and obviously he's going through a rough spell. Are you guys saying anything to him just kind of keep his head high and keep him motivated and keep him engaged?
Yeah, I mean, we all go through rough patches. I had a couple beginning of this year. I had a ton of them throughout my career, especially when I was younger. So it's nothing, he works extremely hard. He puts in work. We all know that he can make the shots that he's taking. So I'm not too worried about it. Just trying to give him confidence to keep shooting. Appreciate it.
Anything else? Appreciate you.
Yep.
How do you guys learn, or what do you learn from a game like this one?
That when we play like that, we can win games. I felt like if we didn't dig ourselves in the hole, play like that all 48 minutes, that's the game we win.
How would you describe just the overall atmosphere, of this game, knowing what was at stake for them, and obviously you guys at the end of this trip?
Yeah, obviously they're on their ministry. Our main goal was to come in. Obviously, we're searching for a win right now. We're desperate. That's how we have to continue to play every game.
In the third quarter, you guys outscored 30-18. At one point, you're on a 17-0 run. Can you point to anything that allowed you guys to get back in it in the fashion that you did?
Just not hanging our heads, fighting every possession, taking it play by play, and just keep playing.
Isaiah, we've seen some stuff that you guys have struggled with so far this season, turnovers late in the game when it gets tight, but we haven't seen what you guys showed in that resolve in the third quarter. You guys outscored them, I think, by 18. And then what Dwane said the other day was he wants to see you guys punch when you punch back when you're getting punched. Can you walk away from this late trip, last game against the best team on this, and kind of with your head held high on how you guys at least finish this trip?
Definitely not hanging our heads. Definitely gonna keep our heads high. And we know when we play like that, we can win games. And I believe in my teammates, believe in the coaches, and I believe that we can play like that every single night, and we have to really win games. You got a couple of mid-range jumpers to fall. Obviously, Phoenix was giving you open. I was daring you to shoot, but is that a shot you feel comfortable with at this point? Is that a shot that you look to take, or is it something that's more of a late clock shot? No, it's a shot that once I noticed that they were playing me that off, my mindset was to shoot it every time. I know that's a shot I can knock down. Very comfortable shooting that shot. So when I noticed they were off me that much, my mindset was to shoot. Good.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Coach, what a battle tonight. The atmosphere was, incredible. You guys are down 18, and then you guys get it going in the third quarter. What enabled you guys to get yourselves back into this game?
Well, the resilience of the guys. I thought they were very resilient. Bounce back, the ball back. Again, some of the spots that we had it close, but then some of our rookie young mistakes jumped in front of us, We have to learn from those. We have to have a sense of urgency of learning from that to grow. Playing against one of the top defensive teams in our league. Some of the same plays that you executed in the first quarter, there's not going to do it at the same pace in the fourth quarter. It's not going to be there. So we'll learn from it. Again, we had some growth. I thought our resilience offensively, making open shots, kicking out. I thought that took a step forward tonight. We're going to maintain that, go with that, Johnny. But it's some positives, but it doesn't take away the sting of putting yourself an opportunity to win. Caving in.
No, the learning never stops. You talk about two young players in particular, Cade and 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋. What can they learn from their defensive matchup against a guy like Chris Paul?
Well, you're playing against one of the smartest players in our league right now. Probably one of the best pick and roll players in our league. Young man, he sees everything. Chris sees everything. Everything's in front of him. He keeps all. He knows where everybody is on the floor. He may be looking this way, they can play over there, but to learn from him how he controls the game with the ball, with his mind, and he understands every situation. He knew exactly how many fouls Cade had in the first quarter. He couldn't get him out quick enough before he got him in the third. So the game within the game, they should learn from him.
You mentioned that. I know, Frank was at the scores table, couldn't get him in quick enough. Picks up the three, eventually then bring it back 7.5 to go in the second. And he doesn't pick up foul the rest of the way, but still got to go on offensively. What does that show you in, just in this game in particular about how he played, given the
Well, when you focus on doing the right thing, keeping his hands back, he did a good job. But it was a learning experience from him. I thought he learned from it. That's the great thing about Cade. He's a quick learner. Even though some of the first lessons are painful, he learns from it. So that's where he and 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋 both tonight. I thought they grew up tonight going against one of the best football guys, best 3-point shooting teams, and one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league. And a lot of also Chris Paul play.
When you've seemingly tried everything with the bench, different combinations, trying to get different looks at different guys, how much of their struggles is missing 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀 maybe in that steady presence, or do you think there's something more that they can do in some of
I
those?
think some of it is missing 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀, the ball mover, and kind of the computer of the second group. But again, with that said, we're all professionals. You have to be ready to play, produce, get the job done. That's the culture we're trying to build. When your number is called, be ready to go. And I think Hamid Diallo is a guy that's playing some of his best basketball right now. All of them, not just the scoring, but he's one of our better pick and roll defenders right now. And I'm really proud to see that from him.
Thank you.
Isaiah, especially after the double tonight, Suns gave him a lot of space and he knocked out a couple mid-range shots. Is that a shot he could take more at times when teams play him that way after they play him offensively?
No question. I thought Isaiah did a heck of a job of going against probably two of the longest centers in our league by himself, manning the paint, getting some tough rebounds. And, that's what he's got to do. Back off of him that far. He has to take that shot. Secondary guy with those, championship caliber team, you put yourself in a position, and it's a little thing. It's not anything great. That's what's frustrating from a coaching standpoint. Not frustrating, but it gets you a little anxious from a coaching standpoint. Is it's the little thing. It's that we put ourselves in a position to win, and then we kind of hand it to them. So as long as we learn from that, good things will happen down the road. Even though our record definitely doesn't indicate our growth.
And then 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀, it just seems like he's playing with a lot more, not just consistency, but a lot more confidence as well. What do you see from him just as far as how he's managing the game, or he's pushing the pace, defending? It seems like he's really leaning into his strengths now.
Well, between he and they play off each other. He and Cade both, they're good for each other. Their teams are jumping up on the Cade full court and kind of wearing him down, and now 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀 can come in and bring it up and get the offense initiated where Cade can get a blow on the weak side. So they're doing a great job of playing off each other, and that should be something that the Pistons fans should get used to for a long time to come.
Got one from Keith on Zoom. Go ahead, Keith. Speak up loud so we can hear you.
You kind of just hit on it, Dwane. I was going to ask in these last few games if you really kind of see Cade and 𝐒𝐂𝐈𝐀 learning how to play off each other and striking that balance. And if you're getting a better feel for just maybe how to make the best use out of them together.
Yes, it is. And, you know, they're growing together and they're good for each other. I think that, you know, they play off each other. We kind of get the feel for what we can run with those two in the game to take advantage of both of their strengths. You know, when Kay's shooting the ball the way he's shooting, it really helps tremendously when he's off the ball. And then the same thing with Killian. Killian is doing a good job of attacking gaps and then find open guys. So again, a tough learning experience this entire road trip for two young backcourt mates. But hopefully we learn from it and grow from it because the hits just keep on coming. You know, we got some new gunsingers coming in town next week, and so we got to continue to grow.
Thank you.